talk to you after this then. But for the rest of you guys, and you too, Douglas, the basic medical items that you'll have to worry about on a regular basis, there's pretty much 3 of them. First is a field dressing. That's your standard bandage. They cover up small wounds great, so if you ever get shot or see someone get shot, you check them out and they have a small wound, that's what you would use. Field bandage, just slap it on there and you're good to go. Second item that you're going to be using is a packing bandage. Pretty much you would use that in a situation where someone has a medium or a large open wound. Whenever you're going through this, and unfortunately we don't have the UI on a slide to show you, but basically it'll just be a second option below the field dressing. If they have a medium or large wound, you would use a packing bandage on those and then just cover them up with a field dressing. The last item you'll need are tourniquets. Pretty much, I'm assuming that you guys know what they are. Someone gets shot in the arm or leg or something like that, and you don't have time to bandage it, but you need to stop the bleeding right then and there. That's a situation that you would use a tourniquet. It pretty much stops all bleeding in the limb. The only bad thing about that is that if you leave a tourniquet on for more than 5 minutes,
User joined your channel.
It will cause damage to the limb itself. So basically, keep them on. Sorry about that. Basically, just 5 minutes. Any longer than that, you risk limb damage and further injury to the casualty. Any questions? None? Good. Okay, so we're just going to go over some basic first responder actions. Situation being, you're walking down the street, all of a sudden gunshot rings out, your friend goes down. What do you do? First thing you should always do is to eliminate any enemy hostiles in the area. You know, we don't want you to get down to yourself while trying to treat someone. So first priority of business is to eliminate any contacts in the area. Once the area is secure, you would then conduct an immediate check of the wounded and basically just determine their status. You know, what kind of wounds do they have? How bad are they bleeding? Are they conscious? Are they breathing? Things of that nature. Third thing that you should do once you determine their status is to basically get on your radio, notify CLS, your team leader, unit medic. Hey, you know, Rebel went down. This is what's wrong with him. He's got some large wounds, medium wounds, small wounds. You don't have to get specific, just kind of give a general idea of what's going on with the patient. Also, if you can handle the injuries yourself on the spot, say it's just a small wound, you can bandage them up, go ahead and do that, but also let us know so that we can check the person out later and make sure that they're 100%. So pretty much once you determine the status, you notify the unit medic, things of that nature, you would start bandaging them. Just to let you know, depending on the size and severity of the wound, you might need to use more than one bandage at any given time. Yeah, so pretty much 1-2 bandages. Expect to use more than one on a large wound. Once the bleeding is stopped, if the casualty is unconscious, your next course of action will be to drag or carry that person to a more secure location, say inside of a building, behind some HESCAs, things of that nature. You know, just to kind of get them out of the open and into a more secure location so that once the unit medic arrives, we can spend time with them and treat them. Final course of action is, once the unit medic arrives, CLS arrives, it's pretty much your job to provide security. If you can help out during the process of the unit medic or CLS getting there, then by all means do so through like bandaging, things like that. But once the unit medic or CLS gets there, your job is strictly security. Let the medic or CLS handle the situation. That's pretty much first responder actions. Any questions? Going, gone.
I have a question.
Yes.
If I
apply a tourniquet to a casualty, should I notify the CLS or medic when he arrives on the scene?
Yes, you should. Yeah, pretty much. In your report to the medic, pretty much say, okay, rebel's down. It's a small wound. I'm going to bandage him up, and he should be good to go for now. Or say, rebel's legs got shot off. I've applied a tourniquet to it. He's bleeding out pretty bad. Or your reports pretty much should just be, clear, concise, what's going on, and at least an estimation of the urgency of the situation. Any more questions? Going, gone. Okay. Next thing we're going to be covering is priorities of treatment. Pretty much for just like standard basic level medical stuff, there's really only two things that you need to concern yourself with. The first being heavy bleeding, and the second being light bleeding. Now, when you're using CSE, you'll be able to determine, say, like, if I get shot in the torso 3 times, it'll tell you the patient has 1 large wound, 1 medium wound, 1 small wound. You should pretty much prioritize your treatment based on the size of the wound, the larger one's getting the most priority. So if I had 1 large wound, 1 small wound, treat the large wound first with a packing bandage and field dressing, and then concern yourself with the small wound, because pretty much large wounds, about a minute's worth of time, and the casualty will be dead from blood loss, versus a small wound, which you can pretty much go for about 15 minutes before you have to worry about dying from blood loss. Just real quick to cover what's after that, CLSs and medics will then concern themselves with blood loss, unconsciousness, and pain. So if you're being treated, you've been bandaged up, CLS or medic has given you a saline bag, don't worry if you're seeing like little artifacts around your screen that are caused from pain. That's kind of the last thing that we'll be treating, because basically what we want to do is first to stop all bleeding, second, get you mobile just in case we need to move, and then concern ourselves with your ability to fight. Are there any questions?
Is there a way to prioritize the bandaging of wounds?
Yes, there is. Whenever you go through the, and I apologize for not having the CSE UI up here, because that would actually made this a little bit easier for you, but in the CSE UI, on the right-hand side of the screen, you'll be able to see, say, like, if you click on the torso in the picture, which I've actually got a picture of that on the right side of this slide right here. You'll be able to see what body areas have injuries. Pretty much it's a picture of a person's body. It's chopped up into a couple different sections: right, left arm, right, left leg, torso, and head. If you're going to treat someone, pretty much the first thing you would do is click on the body part that you're going to be treating. And if it's red, that means that there's an open wound. If it's light purple, that means that it's a wound that's been treated. If it's white, that means that that area is good. So first thing you would do is to click on the body part in question. Once you do that, it'll select that part of the body, and on the right-hand side of the screen, you'll see a list of injuries. The way you prioritize it is, say, if on the right-hand side you see a list that says 1 large wound, 1 small wound, click on the 1 large wound, and then anything you do will apply specifically to that wound. So that, say, you got 1 large, 1 small wound on the torso, you would click on torso, go to the right-hand side of the screen, click on 1 large open wound. Once you start bandaging, it'll then start taking care of that large wound.
Now,
yes.
When it comes to morphine, do you have to counteract it with epinephrine?
Okay, as just a standard like rifleman, AT, whatever, you actually won't be using morphine. The morphine, pretty much, going back to this medical item slide, anything that's below the green line on this slide right here, a standard rifleman, AT, AR, you will not be carrying in your loadout. And pretty much, if it's below that green line, someone that just uses basic medical, you should not have it in your inventory, because that's pretty much restricted to Everything below the green line, CLS and medics can use, and then everything below the red line, only medics can use.
I'm taking the next 2 classes as well.
Okay. Well, then we will get to that later. But if you are in a non-medic, non-CLS role, you only carry field dressings, packing bandages, and tourniquets.
May I add onto that?
You may.
If you are carrying something like epi or morphine, then you will not be able to use it effectively because you will not be able to read the vitals the same way as medics would. So having that and using it without being able to read the vitals, you could actually end up killing somebody because you won't be able to tell what's going on.
Yeah. If you're in a non-medical role, that's basically anything that's not a CLS or a medic that's designated in the missions, you'll only be able to get basic general information, such as patient is having a hard time breathing or patient's pulse is low. You won't be able to see the exact numbers. If you're in a CLS or medic role, then you'll get, say, like if I'm checking blood pressure, it'll give me the exact systolic and diastolic readings versus blood pressure appears to be high or low or whatever. It's another reason to just kind of restrict the medication to the actual medic roles even further. Any more questions? Gone. Okay, so got a couple of, last slide is pretty much a couple of what-if scenarios. So what if my friend is down in a field while taking contact? Say they're in the middle of the field, they've been shot. Your first action would be to eliminate the hostiles in the area and then begin your treatment of that patient. Second what if. What if I am behind cover and can drag the casualty behind me? Say if you're behind some HESCAs or a concrete wall, or you're on the other side of the corner of a building and you can actually grab that person and pull them back behind there with you, go ahead and do it and then start going through your first responder actions. What if I have a blood bag in my inventory and I want to assist a unit medic? Just going back to what we said earlier, basic medical people, only field dressings, packing bandages, and tourniquets. If you have anything else in your inventory, you're wrong. And finally, what if I have an encounter with a local during non-duty hours? Pretty much if you need condoms, morning after pills, penicillin, STDs, I'm the person to come to hook you up. So let me know if you need any help.
Oh, you're going to hook us up with STDs?
STD tests. Now, if you want that, I know a couple people.
Yeah.
Having said that, are there any more questions?
Who should we first report casualties to, and how should we report it?
You see someone go down, get on the radio, and just basically report to your team leader, hey, XYZ went down. Typically, you'll be in a kind of like a battle buddy type of situation. So, say if me and Rebel are in a team, I get shot, I go down, it would basically be Rebel's responsibility to conduct that initial assessment of me. And then also, once the unit CLS or medic arrives, he would then be the one to provide security. Or if additional security is needed, the team leader will make the determination of, okay, you know, Bravo team, we are going to post security while the medic is treating our casualty. And just to let you know, also, the CLSs and unit medics are monitoring the radio too. So once you report to your team leader that person's gone down, we'll also hear it. We'll know. You know, we might not be able to get there immediately, but we'll try to get there as soon as possible to help with the casualty. Any more questions? Gone. Okay. I believe we have a VAS box over there, and Rebel, do you have a CSE medical?
No, I forgot to. How do I just have one more question.
Yeah.
How do I tell who I'm giving medical attention to when I have the interface open?
Okay, on the top left of the interface, you'll see a name, and that's basically the name that you're taking the medical action on. So, if say you go to the medical UI, you see your name out there, but you're trying to treat someone else, there's actually a button on the UI that will let you toggle between yourself and whoever you're looking at. And if you want to see what that UI looks like, I actually posted it in the Steam group under General Discussions. It's one of the pinned topics. So pretty much it gives like a general overview of the UI, what buttons do what areas mean what. So I really suggest that you go check that out so you can familiarize yourself with it.
That's all I had.
All right. So barring any more questions, I've got some lovely civilian volunteers over here who are just waiting to get shot and treated. This is not a pass-fail. This is just a familiarization. So I do recommend you use pistols only because MX will kill them pretty quickly. I've got a VAS box over here if you want to load up on bandages, things like that. So feel free to go ahead, pull out your pistols, shoot a couple people, and see what you can do with them. Don't worry about it. I'll hook you up later. Yeah, I didn't even think you were going to show up tonight because of drills.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure.
I have no idea how to work this BIS.
Oh, okay.
I'll be right back.
Who was having an issue with the virtual ammo?
Virtual ammo. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. I'm good.
Okay.
Where are the medical items in here?
They should be in items. Now the only bad thing is that there are a lot of items that you'll have to go through, and I'm not quite sure exactly where they're located at. So for some reason all of my icons are just black.
I'm
Yeah.
having the same
That's
issue.
weird.
Also, I'm having a strange issue where my mouse pointer isn't actually where my mouse pointer is.
That's weird.
I'm not
Yeah.
finding any of what I need to find.
Yeah, let's see. They're in items, I believe. So, because I just saw the CSE blood bags in there.
Are they actually called CSE blood bag?
No, they're called blood IVs.
Oh, you get a helmet camera.
Ah, here we go. Now, what other items do I need?
Let's see. Regular basic medical folks will be using field dressings, packing bandages, and tourniquets.
It's not.
Yeah, I'm not seeing the field. Okay.
Yeah, no field.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here. Let me look for packing bandages real quick.
And then no packing bandages.
Yeah, I can't find anything.
The only thing that was in here were the blood bags.
Oh, I found it.
Where?
Where's
It's in
it at?
magazines.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's bandage basic, no outfit. I forgot what I needed. Oh, field dressing.
Oh, wow. Basic field dressing, bandage. What's atropine?
Atropine, it's a drug that's used in nuclear, biological, and chemical warfare. It basically counteracts the effects of like chemical agents, biological agents. That's actually not enabled in CSE yet, so you don't even need to worry about it.
So I need basic field dressings.
Basic field dressings and packing bandages.
Kremet disconnected.
Yeah, I saw.
God damn it.
It's pretty much now just familiarization. So, Kremet, if you can get back on later, or even like during ops or whatever, EDW, we can just go over the practical stuff real quick.
And I can't find... I think I have everything, so I'm just going to go ahead and start because I'm still
Do I
recording.
just shoot a guy in the leg or something?
Yep. Pull your pistol out, just shoot him in the leg once, and just go ahead and treat him.
I'm very sorry. Oh, fuck's sake.
Yeah, they die really easy. Just shoot them once.
Look.
He's not injured.
Rally up! Come on! Regroup!
So shot.
Oh,
Do they have to actually go
He's
down
still
or
not
can they just
injured.
be injured?
That's weird.
they are not being injured.
Oh my.
Well, he's dead.
Rebel. Where is Rebel at?
Yeah.
Rebel. He may not have enabled CSE for AI.
Yeah.
Did you enable CSE for the AI?
Yes. Well, pretty sure I did.
They are
These guys
not.
are not getting injured through CSE.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh well.
Here, Justin, I'll shoot you in the foot, and you shoot me in the foot, and we'll heal each other.
There you go.
Alright.
Be next to each other.
Oh, fuck. Alright.
Yeah, and let's see, Soap and Spongy. Why don't you guys
there we go.
shoot each other once, just once.
I don't have oh, fuck.
Oh wow.
Did I hit you?
Yeah, I think I'm injured.
I'm
you
doing
don't seem
this.
like you're bleeding.
Let me medical
No,
you
Spongy,
so you
you're
don't
not.
die.
You
Wait.
didn't hit him.
Oh.
Fire at that pilot!
Oh. So be advised, the base is about to kill you. Let me run back over there. I'm gonna cut the video off here and pick it back up when I get back. Push the button!